a wild statement. What do you see that would actually make you believe that I'm quote unquote anti-white?
You sitting there, white men are cowards, and I can't read. Can you move it to the left a little bit? Something about white women too. I can't read the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll just read it to you because it's like that. You can see it like normal when you're in the request. I mean, when you're not on the panel, but when you come up, it shifts. It's just how TikTok does it. Anyway, it says, excuse me, white men, cowards, not victims. And it says white women prioritize comfort.
How do they prioritize comfort?
That has nothing to do with you. Are you a white woman?
What'd you say?
Are you a white woman?
No, I'm not. I'm a white man.
So since you're not a white woman, I refuse to actually talk to you about topics when it comes to white woman, because why would I let you speak for white women when you're not a white woman? But I will let you speak to the white man topic, or you can just answer the question, how am I anti-white?
All right. How are white men cowards?
Oh, okay. So you don't want to answer the first question. Okay.
You said or. I could answer the white men are cowards, not victims.
Yeah, but I mean, I would really like for you to, answer the original question, but that's fine. Let's get into it. The premise that I have as far as white men, cowards, not victim, there's a section of the populace, white men, more so specifically young white men, who think that they're being replaced. They think that everyone else is being given something and white men are being forgotten. And they think that like DEI, quote unquote DEI, is trying to lessen who they are as white men. And also they have this whole thing about like the brown people and immigrants as a whole coming into the country. They want to keep the U.S. a white country because, white men built everything. And of course, they should have power and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So there's that. W's in the chat for Dan. What up, Dan? My brother Dan sent a $2 donation. Haven't stopped by the Live in the Wild. Thank you for continuing to fight the good fight. Dan, you didn't have to send that. You could have just texted me, bro. Deb's in the chat for Dan. Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about. That's why those white men are more so scared of equity and equality.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be
in my office.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator. Book sharing app.
A workflow manager that
tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Trash duty schedule. Since no one seems to care.
I just created
a goal tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't we?
Yep.
Can this thing manage contact?
Is the SOC 2 compliant?
I want to animate this graph.
Create a party planner.
Profesor de Español.
An inter-office dating app. For dogs. For office dogs. You know what I mean?
Monday CRM is so intuitive, I think it just read my mind. Again. Get out of my head, Monday CRM. Did I log in my calls? Are we in the Stone Age? AI does all that for me. Oh, you spent 20 minutes writing an email? Took me like 4 seconds. AI summarized a 2-hour meeting while I was eating a sandwich. Makes me look so good, I'll be your boss soon. Have you seen my sales dashboard? It's so soothing. I've never felt more seen than I have with this CRM. It actually gets me. Monday CRM. Is there something you can't customize? If the company offboarded Monday CRM, I'd pay for it out of my own pocket. For real. No, you shut up about it. I don't need to be your friend. AI will be my friend. Better friend than you'll ever be. What? Another deal one? Oh, Monday CRM, stop it.
Bro, Phil, bro, meant a homie of Creed. That's a good one. W's in the chat for Dylan. If you want to send a YouTube super chat, I will read that out. Hi, Ryan. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Hello?
Hi, Ryan. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I support Trump.
Okay. Ryan, so would you like to, or did you specifically disagree with anything on the background, or do you want to tell me how today, June 2nd, 2026, you still somehow support Donald Timothy Trump?
Yeah, well, I think the stupidity is home. I was wondering, that's the one that I kind of disagree with. Mm-hmm. I was wondering your take on the reason I support Trump, because my reason's like a little different than a lot of other people. I don't like really support most of the things that he's doing, but really the only reason that I support him is because of his efforts to protect Jewish Americans, and then also just the state of Israel, given that I'm a Jewish American myself.
Okay. Yeah, so when the take on stupidity is home doesn't mean that every single person is someone who is stupid. There's twofolds. First and foremost, it's the subsection of the group that is actually stupid, that leans into stupidity, that is comfortable with their feelings and don't deal with empirics, facts, information, anything like that. So that's the first category. The second category are the people, normally politicians, but the people that weaponize the stupidity of those people. So it's those people that use their stupidity to their benefit. And so they continue to weaponize them for the usage of power, weaponize them for the furtherance of initiative or goal or things like that. And so that's the twofold premise as far as who I'm speaking of when I say if you are on the right, then stupidity is home. So let's talk specifically about your position when you say this is the reason why you support Trump. It's because of the quote unquote protection of Jewish people, and also I don't want to mischaracterize what you said. I thought I heard you said the state of Israel.
The existence of the state of Israel, yeah, and also just protecting Jewish Americans.
Okay, all right. So as far as quote unquote protecting Jewish Americans, I'm not going to push back on that one. I'm not. I don't have a reason to push back on the protection of Jewish Americans just because I don't have a reason to push back on the protection of all Americans. I think the separation of saying like Jewish Americans versus Americans is a wild statement. Just to make sure I have this correct, Ryan, you are an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as an American citizen, you should have the protection of the Constitution and also the law, right?
Yes, but he's passed specific executive orders that target helping specifically Jewish Americans. So obviously we have the protection of the law, but
what specific? The one about the college campuses?
Yeah, so we passed, there's two. So one of them is Executive Order 14188, which suspended funding to a bunch of like universities that were failing to protect Jewish students in 2023 and 2024. And these universities, like he basically kept them in check by suspending their funding, and then eventually made deals with them that in those deals would have like anti-Semitic like classes about like how to like prevent that stuff, and like just like, you know, making it a better environment.
Okay. So EO 14118, accurate?
188, yeah.
188?
188, yeah.
14188.
Yep.
Okay. Executive order. Why the fuck did this pop up? Oh, they're always hawking shit. I pulled up the website, and the first thing is them trying to sell a fucking coffee mug. All right.
14188, not 1488.
14188. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got that.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second because we're going to take a look at this, and then I have an interesting take that I would love to hear your opinion on. Boop. Boop. All right, and I'm going to put this on the screen here. Let's make this a little bit smaller, shall we? All right. This is Executive Order 14118, additional measures to combat anti-Semitism. By the floor invested in me, by the President Constitution, Section 1, purpose, my administration has fought and will continue to fight anti-Semitism in the United States and around the world. On December 11, 2019, I issued Executive Order 13899, my first executive order, combating anti-Semitism, fighting the students in particular facing anti-Semitism harassment in schools on university and college campus, Executive Orders 13889, providing interpretive assistance to law enforcement of national civics right laws to ensure that they would protect American Jews to the same extent which all other American citizens are protected. The prior administration effectively nullified Executive Order 13899 by failing to give terms of the order full enforcement and effect throughout the government. The order reaffirms Executive Orders 13899, additional measures to advance the policy, therefore, in the wake of the Hamas terrorist attack on October 7th against the Israeli people. These attacks unleashed unprecedented violent anti-Semitism. Okay, this is just a bunch of talk. Let's see what it actually does, because so Section 1 says that it says that they strengthen the original Executive Order 13889, which the executive order was not shot down. So you can't, quote unquote, just say, oh, we're strengthening it because the last administration didn't do this, that, or the third. That's silly, but that will keep going. Section 2, the policy, it shall be the policy of the United States of America to combat anti-Semitism vigorously, using all available and appropriate legal tools to prosecute, remove, or otherwise hold to account the predators of unlawful anti-Semitism. Okay, so they're just saying that we will prosecute anti-Semitism. All right, that's already been a thing. Section 3, additional measures to combat anti-Semitism, campus anti-Semitism. Within 60 days of this order, the head of each executive department or agency shall submit a report to the President of the United States through the assistance of the President for domestic policies, identifying the civil and criminal authorities or actions within the jurisdiction of agents beyond those already implemented on Executive Order 13899 that may be used to curb or combat anti-Semitism, containing inventory and analysis. Okay, so this just talks about how he wants them to, within 60 days of this executive order, to come back and tell them how they can combat it. And let's see, when was this signed? January. Okay, so by like the end of March, the beginning of April, they should have had something. So we'll check back in on that in just a second.
What did you want to ask me about that?
I'm sorry?
What did you want to ask me about that?
Oh, no, I was just checking to see when the date was. We're still just running through this really quick, because so far I'm not seeing anything of any substance, but we'll keep looking.
Well, there's probably a lot of like word sandwich in there.
Oh, yeah, no, it is, but give me 2 seconds. We'll be done with this in just a moment. So Section C, the Attorney General is encouraged to employ appropriate civil rights enforcement versus, so the Attorney General should prosecute anti-Semitism or hate crimes. Okay, that's already a thing. The report submitted by the Secretary of Education under section shall additionally include inventory and analysis of all Title 6. That's 6, right? Yeah, that's 6. Complaints and administrative actions, including the K through 12 education related to anti-Semitism. Okay, so they want the Secretary of Education to include reports as far as any anti-Semitism. Okay. In addition, identify, reevaluate the authorities of the curb or combat anti-Semitism generally required by the section. The Secretary of State, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Homeland Security, in consultation with each other, shall include in their reports recommendation or familiarizing institutions of higher educations with the ground of the inadmissibly, holy shit, under USC, so that institutions may monitor for and report activities of alien students and effective relevant grounds to ensure that such reports about aliens led to appropriate. Okay, so this is saying that they can actually. So they're saying that they can look for undocumented immigrants. What does this have to do with anti-Semitism? That's this literally is saying that they can actually issue warrants and search for students that are undocumented immigrants. That has nothing to do with the anti-Semitism.
Yeah, well, not the entire, not. No,
I'm just saying this section right here
probably hit.
Sure, I'm just saying that has nothing to do with it. So let's keep looking at the rest of it. Sure. Section 4, general provisions. Nothing in this order should be constructed in peril with otherwise affect the authority granted by the law, executive department, the functions of the directing office, the order shall be implemented. This order is not intended to create the right. Okay, so looking at this entire EO, right? All this says is that hate crime laws, including anti-Semitism laws, need to be followed. They need to report so they can have an account of any anti-Semitism action. But the most substantial thing that came out of this executive order is this right here. This section that has nothing to do with anti-Semitism, but that with the Secretary of State, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Homeland Security, they can work together. And if they actually think that any students on these college campuses are undocumented immigrants, then they can actually investigate and issue warrants so they can remove them. So even with this EO that you just gave me, it confirms things that we already do, right? As far as ensuring that, there's anti-Semitism or anti-hate crime laws that are upheld that should be not only upheld, but prosecuted by the Department of Justice. But the most substantial thing that came out of this had nothing to do with the claim that you made. So I guess let's start here with the order, Executive Order 14118. I'm sorry, 14188. That actually did nothing.
Well, from my sources, it says that using the executive order and the power vested by that executive order, he was able to suspend funding to universities, which again hadn't been done by Biden or Harris in their administration.
Okay, but literally that executive order does not give him the ability to do that. Okay. So we can talk about the fundings that was suspended to the different institutions.
Well, that's what I care. Maybe
we can
I'm
talk.
Wrong,
we can talk about the actual fundings that were suspended to those higher education institutions. But that wasn't because of quote unquote anti-Semitism. That was because Donald Trump wanted them to remove their actual inference on quote unquote DEIA or DEI and CRT. That's the reason. Because he wanted them to remove
some of the funding
that
was suspended because of the anti-Semitism, right?
Okay, give me a source for that one. W's in the chat for Mocha67, who sent us $15 donation saying, "You the bomb." Thank you, Mocha. W's in the chat for Mocha for that $15 donation. Guys, yep, that's it. We're caught up. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out, guys. 1.7 thousand people hanging out. Make sure we're tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up. We haven't even hit 100,000 likes yet. What's happening? What are we doing, guys? Tap the screen, share the live, knock out the daily gift goal. It's the finger hearts. Let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Also, hit that follow button. We only got 47 new followers on the stream. We got 1.7 thousand people watching. I'm positive that there's more than 47 people who are watching who have not followed me yet. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. So please, please, please hit that follow button. Turn on notifications so you know when we go live. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. We're so close to 23,000 followers over on YouTube. So please, please, please hit that follow button over on YouTube. Last but not least, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. All right, Ryan, you have that source?
Yeah, it says that on this Arnold and Porter website, it says that on March 7th, 2025, the task force announced.
Wait, what's the website?
Arnold and Porter. It's a law website.
Arnold.
It's
Importer.
Importer. Yeah, it's like a law firm or something.
Okay, and what's the title of the article?
Executive Order 14188 and anti-Semitism. What's next for colleges and universities?
Okay, 1 second.
It says that on March 7, 2025, the task force announced the immediate cancellation of approximately $400 million in federal grants and contracts to Columbia University due to the school's continued inaction in the face of persistent harassment of Jewish students. So I don't see that's like a huge thing. That's what I was getting.
It declares that the United States, it should be the policy of the United States to combat anti-Semitism vigorously, using all available appropriate legal to prosecute measures, referring to the president. Same topic, executive order, developments.
Yeah, I went down a little bit.
Yep. Since January 29th, 2025, Trump administration, EO, Civil Rights Office, established a task force, DOJ, March, immediately canceled approximately $400 million in federal grants and contracts to the Columbia University due to the continued interaction to face the persistent harassment of Jewish students. All right. So you're talking about Columbia University, and so you're talking about Mahmoud Khalil, right?
I don't know any specifics. I just know that this.
So you don't know what happened
March,
with Mahmoud Khalil?
No, not specifically. But that's probably not relevant. I just know in general
it's very relevant. It's very relevant.
You can inform me, sure.
Let me make sure that this is the right college. 1 second here. Okay. So, yep, that's absolutely, it's all connected, right? Colombia had been protesting the genocide that's occurring in Gaza. And so while these students were actually protesting, one of the protesters, Mahmoud Khalil, was actually detained, was also held. The Secretary of State tried to remove his citizenship. Like, it's been an entire thing. But the entire premise behind what Donald Trump has done to specifically target Columbia University is because the students have been utilizing their First Amendment rights to protest the actual genocide that's occurring. So I guess my question for you, Ryan, do you agree with the First Amendment right?
No, yes, I 100%.
Okay, perfect.
Agree. But the thing is,
hold on. Wait,
clarify?
let's not go too far just yet.
All right.
So I think you and I can agree that if there were any types of acts of violence towards Jewish students, then there should absolutely be action and protection taking place, right?
Yes, because that's not First Amendment. That's violence.
Okay, perfect. But anyone protesting and utilizing their actual voice to uplift their First Amendment right, that, like, whether we agree or disagree, they shouldn't be targeted by the United States government for utilizing their voice.
No, but the thing is that if you're protesting certain things, for example, free Palestine from the river to the sea, which means you don't believe in the existence of Israel, then that could come off as...
That's not what that means. That's literally not. No. You know what's funny? So, damn it, let me go. I wish Athena was here. I've already, no, it's fine. Because the saying came, God damn it, let me find the history of this I used to think the same thing, right? But I was actually educated and given proof on what that meant from the river, from the sea. But it's something that people who want to spread propaganda, for some reason, use it as some kind of rallying call to actually destroy, like, Israel and all this other shit. That's not what it is. Yeah. But that's fine. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll pull that up. Anyway, finish your point. But, like, I don't want to talk about that one.
My point is that if you're protesting for however you could say, I guess, and maybe not from the river to the sea, if you're just protesting for the entire, like, destroyal of the state of Israel, like it shouldn't even exist, then that could come off as anti-Semitic, which I think it is. And then that would be considered, like, pretty much close to a hate crime. And then that's when, like, your First Amendment's a little bit, like, messed up.
Yeah. All right. So FYI.
I tested 7 podcast platforms, and Riverside is the only all-in-one tool that I found. Here's how I use it. I go to riverside.com, I shoot a link to my guests, and hit record. When I'm done, Riverside automatically prepares a polished episode for me. It's super engaging with enhanced audio and captions and basically ready to post. If I want to make any changes, I can ask Riverside's AI to do it for me. Focus this recording on the guest's insights about branding. And to fine tune it, I can edit it like I'd edit a doc. Yeah, it's that easy. Now that it's done, I can even host my podcast on Riverside, which is normally an extra service that you have to pay for, and I haven't seen this on any other platform. With Riverside, you can record, edit, publish, and promote your podcast all in one place. Go record your podcast today and see for yourself.
Got an idea for a business online, and I'll use Wix Harmony to make the website. Any site you can imagine. Famous in fur, an agency for animal pet fluencers. Make the site professional, strong, sleek, and green. The wildest animals on your digital screens. Oh, perfect! I've got full control here. Bet I'm gonna be rich. We rep zebras and monkeys and shirt-wearing bats. We rep kangaroos, antelopes, and hat-wearing cats. I'm the great...
Why should an ethno-state exist?
All right. So when you say ethno-state, what do you mean?
Exactly what Israel is.
But no, that's not a definition. What is an ethno-state?
An ethno-state is a state that's constructed around the specific religion and for a safe haven for that specific religion.
So the actual definition of an ethno-state is a country whose citizenship is restricted to a single ethnic group. Do you agree with that?
For sure, fine. Why should Israel be able to exist as this sole beacon for Jewish people, which is governed for Jewish people by Jewish people as a protective harbor for Jewish people? Why? Why should that exist?
Well, I mean, first of all, Israel is like 21% Arab, so you can't really it's not fully restrictive. And then the only thing that makes Israel different is that Jewish people are able to come from anywhere across the world and get citizenship very easily, which basically makes it like a safe haven.
Why?
Because we are heavily discriminated against, and we don't really just for our entire history, we have not been given a place.
Do you think Jewish people are the most discriminated group in the world?
I'm not going to make that claim, but we are very discriminated.
I would love to hear whether you think that to be true or not.
But why? How's that relevant?
It's
why
relevant
do we have
to the
to always
conversation because
stuff?
you said that.
No, it's not.
It's very relevant. It's very relevant. It's fine. I'll push the conversation forward. You don't have to answer that question. The premise behind the state of Israel, in your opinion, or correct me if I have this wrong, it is a safe haven for Jewish people to come to because, of course, World War II, what the Nazis did, and the amount of Jewish people that lost their lives, and then, of course, after the war, them not necessarily having a quote-unquote home to go to. So, that's why Israel should be a thing.
Well, I have a question. Do you think every ethnicity deserves their own, sovereign nation where they're in a majority? You don't?
Nope.
So why? Because basically every other ethnicity
also, Jewish is a it's
religion. An ethnicity.
Yeah, no, it's not an ethnicity.
Yes, it is. Look
no, the fuck it's not.
Look it up.
Yeah, I know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. It's an ethno-religion.
Yes, Jewish identity is it's both an ethnicity
it's not,
and religion.
It's not, but the answer is still no. I don't think I don't think that any race, ethnicity is entitled to an entire state. Nationality, sure, but not a race or ethnicity.
For example, Greek people, that's an ethnicity, right? And Greek people get Greece. French, that's an ethnicity. French
Greek
people
is
get
also
France.
a nationality.
Okay, you could say Israeli is a nationality too.
No, you can't. No, the fuck you
Why
can't.
not?
Again,
what?
The point that I'm making is the answer to your question is no. It's no. I don't think that.
I just looked it up. Yes, Israeli functions as a nationality. So you're just denying definitions now. That's not, and we're not going to get anywhere.
Sure.
You just denied that.
Fine. Okay, that's fine. You can have it. I don't care. I literally that does nothing for my point. I don't care. Sure. Yes, you can have it.
Well, it kind of does.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with my take or the things that I'm going to be talking about. You can have it. You can have. I don't care. Then the answer is yes. I don't care. I accept your definition.
So then, my argument is that every ethnicity should deserve their own sovereign nation.
And I still disagree. That doesn't change my point.
If you point out another ethnicity, but you have to point out another ethnicity to me other than Jews that don't have their own sovereign nation, and you won't be able to really, except for
black
maybe
people, Black Americans.
That's not an ethnicity.
Yes, it is.
What's
a race and ethnicity. Yeah. It's a race and ethnicity. I know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. Boom.
No, African Americans and ethnicity.
That's what I just said.
So you think that we should make another state just for African Americans?
No, you said name another ethnicity that doesn't have their own sovereign land. I said African Americans.
Yes, but I think that's, in my opinion, a little different because they
No,
have
it's
the
not,
countries
and
in
I don't give a
Africa.
fuck about your opinion. I answered your question. What was your question?
No, I know. No, my question was that if basically every ethnicity gets their own.
No. Your question was name another ethnicity that does not get their own sovereign land. That's what you said, right?
My main point stands.
But was that your question? Ryan, was that your question?
You answered it.
Okay, perfect. So I answered that question. Now, continue to move forward. The question I have, right? Because me bringing up Black people, African Americans, this is the weird thing to me. This is the problem that I have with Jewish people who champion the existence of Israel while also championing what's happening with the Palestinian people in Gaza, the West Bank.
No, I don't champion that.
I don't care if you do or don't, because if you support the state of Israel, then you're supporting the genocide of the Palestinian people, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So how can you
champion? Both exist?
How can you champion the state of Israel while they're literally genociding Palestinians?
No, I champion the existence of the state of Israel. I think that what they're doing is wrong. I think they don't need, but I think both sides are in the wrong to some extent.
So if you sit here and you think that what they're doing is wrong, right? If you think that what Israel is doing is wrong, then why are you not vehemently, adamantly calling out Israel and 100% pulling your support from Israel until they stop?
Because I can see where they're coming from, because there are terrorists on the other side. They're treating the people awful, but there are terrorists on the other side that are super anti-Semitic and also just want basically to kill the Jews. And those are the people that
genocide is not a deal breaker for you.
I mean, I don't understand how it's genocide. First of all, you have to prove that to me. That's like
there's a phase 5 famine that has occurred in Gaza, and Bibi Netanyahu and the Israeli government not only has allowed that famine to continue, but they have restricted access to resources while continuing to bomb the people in Gaza. So them not only, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that as well? It's not only the state of Israel that's limiting aid going into Gaza, but the Jewish people that live there are making human barricades to ensure that, like, the Red Cross does not have access to get in and help people. Like, literally, people who are not a part of the Israeli government, just citizens of Israel, are blocking trucks and making sure that aid doesn't get in to help the people.
I already said before that I don't support the way they're going about it. That doesn't mean that I have to completely revoke my support for the existence of just the plain existence of the state. That's like saying, like, oh, America is currently in the dumps and like the government is completely doing like nut stuff and they're headed by a bunch of weird people. I just don't think America should exist anymore. That's a stupid argument, in my opinion.
I never said anything about whether you do or do not champion the quote unquote existence of Israel. I said your support of the state of Israel. That's what I'm saying.
I don't. But you can support the existence of a state without supporting
you keep trying to hold to this fringe point because, like, you think this is the shining beacon. This is the shining beacon because you're saying, I think it should exist. Like, no one's sitting here debating you on whether or not you think that it should exist. Now, I don't think it should, but I haven't even said that yet. I haven't even gotten to that. But the point that I'm specifically saying is that the state of Israel is literally committing a genocide, which you, to your point, you just said, well, you have to prove that they're committing a genocide. Like, I'm sitting here saying, why don't you pull your support from the state of Israel until they completely stop? So you sitting here trying to say, well, why do I have to stop supporting the right to exist? I never said shit about you support. Hold on. I'm going to finish my sentence. So I want you to hear me. I have not said anything about whether or not you should or should not support Israel, quote unquote, right to exist. But what I have been speaking to is the amount of support that you are giving Israel, because you are on a live in front of a combined almost 3,000 people, but sitting here saying that you champion Trump because of what he's doing with the state of Israel, when Israel is literally genociding people. Until they stop the genocide, you should not be supporting them. I'm not saying that you should believe that the state shouldn't exist, but what I am saying is that you should not be supporting them until they stop the genocide.
No. My point is that he's protecting the existence of the state of Israel. Again, I think we completely agree that maybe the government and the way they're going about things is completely wrong, but that doesn't mean that I don't support the existence of the state. And I think that's really why I support President Trump.
Who has said anything about the existence? I'm not
so then we
the only thing that I've talked about when we talked about existence, because you said, do I think that any ethnicity should have their own state or have their own country where they're the majority? And I've said no. So to be clear, not only do I think that Israel should not exist, but any country based off of a quote unquote ethnicity that tries to monopolize and prioritize the ethnicity shouldn't exist. That's how I stand. That's where I stand.
Naturally, like every country, though.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you that's where I stand. I literally don't give a fuck.
Argue. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because you think that it should be prioritization of the people that are there. Like, while I think the nation, I completely understand nations, just like the United States of America, while I completely disagree with the imperial nation that is the United States of America, I'm not sitting here advocating for white people to have the majority of America. I'm not advocating for black people to have the majority of America. I'm not advocating for indigenous people, which that would be fair to give the country back to the indigenous people. The point that I'm making is that I think that Americans should have America, but I'm not saying that a specific ethnicity within America should have America, or a specific race within America to have the America.
No, I completely understand, but America is like a little bit of a different story because it's literally built on immigrants. There's not like, it's a mixture of different ethnicities. There's no such thing as like the American ethnicity. That's kind of like, that's like a nationality. Like, the ethnicities come from around the world. Like, you have Italians in America, you have people from all different countries, and that's where you get the ethnicity. So it's literally built on immigrants.
Israel was built on Palestinian land. Israel was built.
It was originally actually built on Israeli land.
No,
but then
it wasn't.
The Palestinians,
no, it wasn't.
The Romans.
No, it wasn't. No, the fuck it wasn't. Prove to me that Israel existed before the Palestinian people were there.
So in 135 CE, so after Christ died, the Romans expelled the Jews, and then they renamed it Palestine.
No. What? Can you give me one the actual existence of Israel?
Not Israel. I'm talking about a Jewish homeland. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry. A Jewish homeland existed, and then the Romans kicked out the Jews in 135, and they renamed it Palestine, and then the Arabs ended up populating that. And then, again, they lived there forever, and then in 1948, the Jews won the Arab-Israeli War, and they gained independence again, all right? And then after that, they ended up, like, expelling most Palestinians, and then some of them were allowed to stay, just like how pretty much like every revolution will go, like after I don't fully agree with that either. I think the way they went about that is wrong, but they did win their land back, right? And they had the land originally, actually.
Yeah, so
Jewish people, not Israel. Israel's just the name of a state.
Yeah, so with the actual information that's listed here, and you can go back and listen. I'm going to preface this really quickly because I think this is something I have to preference. This is something I have to preference. I don't believe in the religious text. I don't believe in the religious text. And so relying on the religious text is absolutely not something that I am willing to engage with. Now, with that being said, though, looking at historical trackings, and this information comes from a multitude of sources. This comes from the UN.org. We also have some information, from the Institution of Middle East Understanding. And we also have some information from, this is the Office of Historian. from the State Department, which talks about the history of the Palestinian people and how the people have lived, existed, and all this other stuff, right? And so when you talk about the actual people, the history of the people trace all the way back thousands of years in ancient Canaanite. They literally, it says that it's a successive population of the Levant. I think I'm saying that right. Point being, even if you talk about the time frame of, quote unquote, Jewish people being expelled, Levant. No, if you want to come up, you can definitely tag team this one. But the point that I'm making is that, like, the ideology that somehow the Jewish people were there and they were driven out, and then the Palestinian people took over the land, or like, yeah, I completely don't agree with that, because all the other
we can't argue history. I mean,
I'm literally arguing history because you're
told me to do.
Okay, what's your source as far as the actual? What's your source? What's your source with the actual? Hold on, that's outside of the religious text.
No, 1 second. I'm going to go on Wikipedia, because there's something on Wikipedia here that says that 85%.
Please don't give me Wikipedia. Please give me an actual source.
There's probably sources. Yeah, I promise. Yeah. It says that on Wikipedia, though, just as a baseline, it says that 85%
no. I don't want you to poison the well. I don't give a fuck about Wikipedia. Give me an actual source. Wikipedia is not a source. I literally just gave you a couple of different. That's fine. Wikipedia, that's fine. I don't give a fuck about Wikipedia. I'm not accepting Wikipedia as a source. Like, if you want to talk about why, we can do that, but absolutely the fuck not. Really quick, guys. Debbie's in the chat for Fashi for the $7 donation, saying, by the way, did you see Trump crashing out on Netanyahu, calling him crazy for attacking Lebanon, which made Iran go against the ceasefire, and made Trump Trump was so pressed about it? I guess that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I saw that, and like, it doesn't shock me, because like, Bibi Netanyahu is a war crate.
I just got my first online sale, and it's the best feeling in the world. Big Cartel just made sense. It's an independent e-commerce platform that actually supports small creators like me. And the setup honestly couldn't have been easier. I got my entire shop live in an afternoon. I uploaded my product, customized the look to match my vibe, and I was done. I have real human support when you need it. Plus, I get access to print on demand and built-in shipping labels, so I don't need a bunch of extra apps. With Big Cartel, I get to focus on creating, and that's exactly what I want.
I got one challenge for you. Try WhisperFlow once. One time. And I promise you'll understand why I haven't typed a full sentence in 6 months. Next time you open ChatGPT, don't type your prompt. Just talk it out. And I mean through WhisperFlow, not ChatGPT's built-in voice. When you speak, you'll get 5 times more detail than when typing in half the time. And when you use Flow, you get the fastest, most accurate dictation. The prompt gets richer and cleaner. The answer gets better. Plus, it works in any app on any device. So the next time you need to send a text or an email, just speak it using Flow. AI polished, ready to send. What used to take minutes takes seconds now. And next time you have an idea on the go, don't let it disappear. Just speak it, brain to screen in real time. How many good ideas have you lost because typing was just too slow? One dictation, that's all it takes. Just try it once for free. And let me know if you went back to typing.
My heart, F Israel. Damn, Deb's in chat for Lydia. Deb's in the chat for Jay Hops for the $5 donation. Right after unconditional asking, do you believe that all ethnicities should have their own sovereign land? He says no. African Americans should not have their own land. Literally doesn't care about anyone but himself. Typical white people shit. Like, that's the facts. Like, that's the fact. That's the shit that bothers me. That we haven't even
say that I don't care about anything but myself.
Because, like, literally, I brought up African Americans, and you said that's a different subject.
It is, though. What?
It's not,
because they come from different countries in Africa. That's the Jewish people don't come from anywhere else. We're just Jewish.
Hey, can you be Jewish and also be black?
Not ethnicity-wise, no.
There's no such thing. Can you be Jewish? Can you be Jewish and black? God. Yes or no?
Not ethnicity-wise. You can be religious
and
be black.
Can you be Jewish and be black? Jewish is not a race, you fucking donut.
It's an ethnicity.
And what's black?
I don't know.
It's a race. What's white?
Yeah, but a race.
Okay, but so can you be Jewish and white?
Yes.
Can you
because
be Jewish
the Middle
and
Easterns
black?
Were white. But you're literally just saying, can you be
Jewish and black?
I'd have to look that up.
Yes. Who the fuck is Lenny Kravitz? Ryan, you're click-clacking on your computer screen, but I know for a fact you know who Lenny Kravitz is.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Lenny Kravitz is?
No.
Fucking liar. Who's Drake?
Oh, well, Drake is the rapper.
Is Drake black and Jewish?
Is he Jewish?
Yes, he's fucking Jewish.
Why are you getting mad?
Because you're being disingenuous.
I literally don't know. Why?
No, okay, wait, so are you telling me that I know more than you do when it comes to being Jewish?
Well, how is this related to being Jewish? I don't encounter Jewish black people.
Because you sitting here pretending as if you don't know that Jewish is not a race and you can be other races while also being Jewish is either one, disingenuous, or two, you're stupid. And I don't think you're stupid, so I'm going to lean on you being disingenuous.
No, 1%. This is the reason why. This is 1%.
Can you answer the question?
Are black.
Can you answer the question?
0.0001%.
I don't care about the actual percentage.
Of course,
Ryan, I don't care about the actual percentage. The point that I'm making is that you can be any race while being Jewish.
It's just very rare. Yeah, I understand.
It's not very rare. You can 1%. Be any. It's not, because you know what? When most people think about, what about Jerry Seinfeld? What is Jerry Seinfeld white?
No, Santana, but can you admit
Jerry
that it's
Seinfeld
1%?
White?
But this is so unrelated.
Is Jerry Seinfeld white? Yes or no?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry?
I think so. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld is. What does you seeing him in years have to do with him being white?
Because I forget. I don't know. I don't see.
You're disingenuous as fuck. Okay, how about this? Because it seems like this is the problem. This is the problem that you're having. What's race?
Oh my God. What's race?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know an exact definition. I don't want to be.
Give me your best understanding of what race is.
You're trying to get like a clip here. It's not.
I'm not trying to get a clip. You're not clip worthy. I don't give a fuck about clipping you. Can you answer the question? What is race?
It says here it's a way of categorizing humans into distinct groups based on perceived physical traits and shared ancestry. There it is.
Sure. And no, it's not about shared ancestry. Good on you for trying to Google it, but it's fine. I got you. Don't worry about it. Race is a social construct. Race is a social construct. Race is a Ryan. You don't know shit. Stop talking over me.
How is this related to the Trump?
It's related to what I'm saying, because like you sitting. Okay, I'm just gonna mute you here, Ryan, because again, you should probably stop talking because you don't know shit. Ryan, there we go. You're sitting here advocating for Israel and Jewish people while denying the existence of Jewish people. Like, that's fucking wild. You're literally sitting here and saying that the reason why Israel is needed is for Jewish people while denying the existence of Jewish people. That's fucking wild. Anywho, race is a social construct. Race is a social construct that was that's the categorization of socially acceptable phenotypical characteristics, right? And so while you can have black people, white people, indigenous people, Pacific Islanders, right? You can have these actual indigenous people. You can have these actual classifications based off of race. You can also have different ethnicities or ethno-religions within that race. So yes, you have black Jewish people like Drake, like Lenny Kravitz, like Sammy Davis Jr. You also have white Jewish people like Jerry Seinfeld. So you can sit here and pretend that race doesn't actually affect Jewish people, but it literally does.
No, I know. I apologize. The only you're saying that I denied the existence of Jewish people. I just didn't know. I do apologize. I don't know. Like, I'm only 18. I don't know everything. I didn't know that. I didn't know only 1%
I don't
of
care.
Jewish
I don't
people
care
are
about
black.
the excuse of you saying that you're only 18. Like, you're literally standing up here. Again, in front of about 3,000.
There's some stuff that I don't know.
You're standing in front of about 3,000 people advocating for something that you say you believe in, but shouldn't you know more about the stuff that you're advocating for?
Well, I mean, just black Jews are not very prevalent, so I didn't know that, and I didn't know there was 1% of Jewish people, which means it's 0.0001% of the entire population.
I'm not specifically hyperfixated on black Jewish people.
Well,
but I am I'm hyper fixated on the point, which is there can be people of different races that are Jewish. That's the point. Literally, that's the point. That's why I brought up Jerry Seinfeld.
How is it? Can you explain to me just quickly why you don't think Israel should exist? Like, what's the negative with that?
Because it's a terrorist state it's a terrorist state that was fucking stolen from the land was stolen from the Palestinian people after the land was stolen from the Palestinian people after they welcomed Jewish people to their land, and the actual state of Israel took those Palestinian people, put them in an open air prison, siphoned off their power, can have control, and this needs to be our place so we can go there. Because you can talk about the injustices that the Jewish people incurred with the Holocaust, and I completely understand and agree that I would, one, never advocate for, black people should just have this spot and this is their spot, and two, I would never fucking want to disenfranchise another group the way that we were disenfranchised just so we can have a place. You sitting here and not screaming at the top of your lung, fuck Israel, the state of Israel, because of what they're doing to the Palestinian people after Jewish people were literally treated the same fucking way, is mind-blowing. That's my biggest problem with Israel as a state and anyone that supports Israel, because as a black man in America and seeing what's happening to black people around the globe, I still would never want that done to anyone else. And for anyone that's supporting that being done to the Palestinian people, you're fucking gross. That's my problem. That's my problem.
I get it. But again, you're still not debating with me, because I completely agree with everything that you just said. That you didn't touch on the existence of Israel. That's what I'm fighting for. I think it's wrong what they're doing. I think the genocide, if it does exist, I haven't done my research on that. But if it does, then I think it's awful. I don't think anyone should be genociding anyone, especially because I have Jewish people. And
so you're literally sitting here telling me you didn't know. You didn't know. Hold on, wait. No. Are you literally sitting here telling me that you didn't know that there was a genocide occurring in Gaza?
I know that there's a war. I didn't know that it was considered a genocide. I'd have to do more research. What I need to do, not
where have you gotten
does,
your historical and current context as far as what's happening in Gaza?
Mostly school,
school where?
School where? High school. I'm just graduating.
Are you still in high school?
I'm 18. I'm a senior. I'm graduating in 10 days. So, but that's basically what I've done. Once I get to college, hopefully I'll get some better knowledge on that. I'd love to learn more about it.
You sitting here saying, you sitting here saying, when I get to college, I can get better information. You can look this shit up yourself right now. Literally, not only can you look this shit up yourself right now, but if you wanted to, you can go to the UN, you can check out the information that they publish, you can check out the actual famine, the Category 5 famine. You can see the shit that's happening. You just sitting here and trying to say, I'm in high school and I haven't learned because I'm not in college. That's a fucking cop out. Again, I don't knock you. I don't knock you for holding whatever beliefs you hold. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't or you can't or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. But what I do knock you for is coming in front of hundreds or thousands of people and saying the shit that you're saying without doing the research, without having the information, without actually knowing the shit that you should know. If you're going to sit up and stand up and be loud and proud, then you should know the shit that you're actually talking about.
Yeah, but the base, I came on here to make my point. And if we're going to go my base point is that according to studies, 15% of Democrats support the existence of Israel. 70% of Republicans do. That's it. So for me, I look at the parties and I say, okay, the candidates are probably also aligned with that. And I support the existence of Israel. So which party am I more aligned with? And that's Republicans.
Okay.
And
so
the
let me
executive orders that he passed directly impact me. So,
okay, that's fine. That's fine. Are you, is that the only thing that's important to you?
That's the most important thing because I'm a Jewish American. And that's what directly impacts my life.
So the existence of Israel is the most important thing for you. And we're not talking about
my
the protection.
Family is from there.
Sure, but we're just to be clear, we're not talking about Jewish Americans because you and I have no disagreement that Jewish Americans should be protected.
If you support the executive orders that he passed, then that's
the executive orders that he passed does fuck all. Like that's the point that I'm making.
Well, yeah, I was also going to get to the next 14188. Maybe didn't do much, but
that's fine. That's fine. Hold on. Wait. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. And so I want to isolate this portion with the existence of Israel. Is that more important to you than anything else?
Yes, 100%. Because that's where my family's from.
So perfect. So the existence of Israel is more important than the current economy within the United States of America.
You don't understand. My family is from Israel.
I need the answer, yes or no.
You're trying to get a gotcha.
I know. I'm not trying to get a gotcha. I'm trying to figure out where your line of demarcation is.
I mean, obviously,
you said it's the most important thing. Fine. Now, I just need to know: is it more important than the current economic state of the United States of America?
If the economy was truly much, much different than it was, in my opinion, than I see in the last 3 years or something in the last administration, then sure, that would be equally important.
The question
see a huge difference.
The question is, Ryan, is the existence of Israel more important than the current economy of the United States of America?
It's the same.
What do you mean it's the same?
I mean, it depends on what are you talking emotionally? Of course, I care more about the existence of where my family's from.
Is supporting Donald Trump because he supports the existence of Israel more important than Donald Trump destroying the economy?
Yes, that outweighs it for me.
Okay, perfect. So you're still good with Trump while he's destroying the economy because he supports the state of Israel?
Well, I don't know how he's destroying the economy yet. You'd have to.
We can talk about that, but I just need to know. I just need to know which one weighs more to you.
Yes, 100% Israel. That's the only reason.
So
I literally would be in the middle.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Number two, then, the actual health and well-being of the American people. Which one is more important? The state of Israel existing, or the actual health and well-being of the American people? Which one?
What do you mean health and well-being? Like healthcare?
I can explain that, but the actual health and well-being, the actual ability to, that's fine. I'll give you a little more. The ability for American citizens to actually get access to healthcare, seek healthcare treatment, and to live without dying due to additional issues like that as a whole. Which one's more important to you, the state of Israel or the health and well-being of American people?
I mean, you're just getting a gotcha here. I don't see.
And this is not a gotcha. I'm literally looking for your line of demarcation so we can continue the conversation.
When I'm at the voter, I think about that. That's what the Israel thing.
Can you answer the question, Ryan?
For me, when I'm voting, the Israel thing matters more than anything else.
We're not voting. Today is June 2nd, 2026. The question I have, and I'm going to give you the question again today. What's more important to you, the actual existence of Israel or the health and well-being of the American people?
When what? Just important in general?
Which one is more important to you?
The existence of where my family's from.
Okay, perfect. So the existence of Israel is more important than the health and well-being of the American people. Got it. Perfect. So what about this? The existence of Israel or
Dude, this is not
the global security of the United States of America, meaning engagements in war, conflicts,
I don't
and
understand why it can be both.
No, I'm saying which one is more important.
It's so irrelevant.
It's very irrelevant because Donald Trump, everything that I've named so far, the support of Donald Trump vehemently destroys those other things.
Okay, yes, but it's not that different in the other parties either.
It's very different. But I am looking. No, Ryan.
Hey man, can you share your #1 tip for business success?
Switch to Monday CRM.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
Hold up. You're thinking about old school CRMs. Monday CRM has AI capabilities that have changed how we do work. And now my team closes more deals than ever.
Oh, sounds great. Thanks for sharing.
Hey, I'm not just talking about email composition. I'm talking about meeting summaries, deal prioritization, risk flagging. The real deal, man.
Sounds amazing.
And you can customize it to fit your specific needs. And the automation setup is so easy. And there's sales sequences.
Dude, leave me alone.
Come on, don't get stuck in the past. Move your deals forward with Monday CRM.
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have. Let me share my screen. Do you see this? Everything we're saying is being transcribed in real time. Look, word for word. That's exactly what you just said.
Wait, so you're not taking notes because...
Because Otter is. And I can even use the chat function as well. So, for example, what did we decide on the budget? Just like that. See? Instant answer.
That's actually incredible.
Right? And the best part is, after this meeting, I'll get a full custom summary based on the meeting type, action items, and it's all generated automatically and organized for me. I'm actually more present in meetings now because I'm not frantically typing.
Okay, I need this. How do I get it?
It's free. Just go to otter.ai. Trust me, you'll never do manual note-taking again.
Never take manual notes again.
You are willing to allow the country to fucking go down just so this other state exists. You're a piece of shit.
I'm confused. If you move, this is hypothetical. If you were to move from another country, say you move from like France, this is just an example, to America, which one do you care about more? Which one do you care about more?
I care about where my feet are.
You don't care about France.
I care about where my feet are. I care about where my feet are.
Okay, so again, that's
for example, I'm from South Carolina, but I live in Washington State. And while I want South Carolina to be perfectly healthy, happy, and fine, I'm not going to sacrifice Washington State for South Carolina. The economic upkeep of South Carolina is not more important to me than the economic upkeep of Washington State, because I live in Washington State. Even though my family's from South Carolina, even though I can go back to South Carolina, I live in Washington State. So the economic upkeep is more important for me in Washington State than South Carolina. I care about where my feet are.
That's not objective. Like personally,
how is that not objective?
Because some people, they move from places and they have to move for like certain circumstances, like work or something. But their heart is always going to be in the place that they came from.
I'm not talking about a heart. Do you think I not love South Carolina? Do you think I'm not proud of being a South Carolinian? What does that have to do with my heart?
No, I'm just saying which one you like more, and some people are going to like the first one more.
It's not about which one. I'm not sitting here. At no point did I say which one do you like more. I've said what is more important to you. I've said Ryan, I've said what's more important to you, and I've specifically brought tangible things, not feelings, because I'm not going to knock your feeling for the state of Israel. But when I say what's more important, the existence of the state of Israel or the actual health and well-being of American citizens, which you in the United States of America?
Oh, yes, but
are you an American citizen?
No, you basically asked me.
Are you an American citizen?
Do you prefer something happening?
Are you an American citizen?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so you care about the existence of the state of Israel more than you care about yourself.
What?
Unless, yes, because I said the health and well-being of American citizens. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, Ryan, but you know why you don't see it? You know why you don't see that I was talking about you? Because you got a fucking escape hatch. And you know you know that if the United States of America goes down, then you can always run to Israel. That's why you didn't think that I was talking about you, even though I was talking about you. Anyway, fuck it. Jeff, you got it.
No, but Santana, who is this? I don't know who this is.
I just want to know one thing real quick. How you doing?
Who is
this is Jeff. How you doing? Santana won't talk about like biblically speaking, but I will. So can you tell me why biblically speaking Israel needs to exist?
Sorry, I don't know anything biblically. I'm not religious.
Y'all weren't talking about the Bible before?
Nope, not at all. And I'm not going to because I don't know anything about it.
Why are you lying now?
Wait, Santana, were we ever talking about the Bible? I'm so confused. You're gaslighting me. When? What were we saying about the Bible?
Look, I got here and you were trying to bring up scripture and Santana told you he doesn't believe in scripture. He wouldn't say that unprompted.
Can you please bring that up?
You were talking about after when the Romans drove Jewish people out. That's what you were talking about.
Oh, in 130, I don't know. I got that off is that scripture? I said that the Romans expelled the Jews when the Jewish people lived in like the area. Is that scripture?
Well, hold on. So the Romans expelled the Jews when there was a Roman occupation?
My source just says 135 CE, the Romans expelled the Jews and renamed the land of Palestine. That's what my source says. I know literally nothing more about that because I don't know ancient history and Bible history.
That's not their ancestral land.
I have no idea. All I know is that they expelled the Jews. That's literally all I know. And that the Jews lived there before.